There's a company right now reporting record earnings. Their stock is up 40% this year. Analysts love it. And every quarter, they're quietly bleeding cash. The gap between what they report and what's real, it's called divergence. And it's the most reliable early warning signal I've found in 10 years of watching companies go from Wall Street darling to bankruptcy filing. Most investors track earnings per share. I track something else: operating cash flow. A company's earnings, their net income, is a number their accountants help construct. It's a legal number. It follows GAAP, but it can be shaped by depreciation schedules, stock compensation, timing of revenue recognition. Operating cash flow, though, is harder to fake. It's the actual cash moving through the business. The Divergence Razor asks one question: is the cash flow story matching the earnings story? If yes, the company's probably healthy. If no, something's wrong and I want to know what that is. Let me show you a real example of divergence. WeWork in 2018. The press loved them. SoftBank had poured billions. They reported 100% year-over-year earnings. If you only look at the top line, you might think this was the next Amazon. Revenue's up 100%, but net income, it was heavily negative, explained by growth and investment. Operating cash flow was negative by $3.4 billion. The earnings story said, hey, we're investing in growth. The cash flow story said, we're burning the house down. Divergence Razor would have flagged this in 2018. WeWork filed for bankruptcy in 2023. 5 years of warning if you knew where to look. Now here's where this gets interesting. For you as a member, I don't check these manually. My system reads SEC filings every single day. It extracts the operating cash flow and the net income for every company it monitors, 8,000 plus of them. And when those two numbers start moving in opposite directions, when the earnings look great, but the cash says otherwise, the Divergence Razor fires. You get an alert in this community with the data, not noise, just the signal. This is what a Divergence Alert looks like. Ticker, the period, revenue growth, the operating cash flow, the net income, and the divergence score. And a verdict. Is this truly a flag or not? Then 4 AI analysts, Occam the architect, the storyteller, the auditor, and the sentinel, each write a short analysis. Different models, different perspectives. You read them, you decide. And we discuss in the community. Your call either way. Look, I built the Divergence Razor because I was tired of getting surprised. I'd buy a stock that looked great on earnings, then 3 quarters later, the cash flow statement would tell a completely different story. This tool doesn't tell you what to buy, it tells you what to investigate. If you're already a member, you're getting these alerts. Check the community feed for the latest divergence flags. And if you want to go deeper on how to read them, the classroom module on the Divergence Razor walks you through the full methodology. Join one of our weekly calls to talk about what you're seeing in the market. And let's follow the cash, not the noise.